Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Pick it up. Like 20.
Hey, come on.
17. 17. 17. Hey, Charlie.
53, Mike.
On first down, it's gone. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
58.
On second and 15 now. Goff. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third and long. It's gone. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The Browns take over first
Let's go.
and 10
Let's do this.
at their own 2-yard line.
Set. 180.
March by 4.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. First and 10 at the 14. Throwing, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 16-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mayfield now. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Stanton. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Switzer. nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Goff on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Woods. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves down.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Browns nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first two selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one in Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And this is now a one-point game. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Back to the air. Goff on second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On first and 10, Goff. Looking for the end zone, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season, and the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Whoa.
53, Mike.
Hey, echo.
53.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for... It's caught at the 10. 36 yards on the play. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second and goal, Goff, his throw caught right around the 6. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal.
120.
Now Goff on third and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. I want to remind you that coming up tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 3 with a good NFC battle. A couple of teams that have been around a long time. Bears and Redskins from FedEx Field at 8:15 Eastern. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
And now look at him go. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got
now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
It's the Pro Bowl corner. Akeem Talib there to stop him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10, and he cuts it right into space. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 46.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Second and 10. Goff again. Buying time to it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Goff. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. Seibert's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 2nd and 10, gone. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. The Rams on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They will toss to Brown. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 15 now. Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp. And that'll make it third down.
Hey, wahoo!
Rip left.
Out of the gun. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield rolling to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield, throw left side to Higgins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. 2nd down and goal. Mayfield under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Here we go. 20. DC. 4 down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And, oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. To throw, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now a first down throw. Gone. Forced out to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. From the gun, Mayfield flushed out right. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield completes this to Callaway over on the right side.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Mayfield down, probably wishing that they could have had a few runs. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Michael Brockers, his 2nd sack of the night. To try again after the sack. Mayfield, it's caught. Beckham.
We've been around this.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Hey, two.
From the gun, here's Goff. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
What? 180. Maverick.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down.
Bravo.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. To throw is Goff. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the ground, this is Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
6-6. Pull it high.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns get a score closer. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, check. Fresno.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. following the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Like 20, 76, tell him, 76, 76.
Goff now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. Robert Woods, the 30, 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guy just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
180! Real. Ready? Hey, check 25.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Mayfield to throw it. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Alert!
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Go!
They give the Chubb out of the gun. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line.